Hi everyone and welcome back to another video, and today's video is all about Disney. It's what's new in Disneyland Paris right now in July. So let's get to it. Joining me here in my spare room, all things Disney of course, and the Starbucks mug that I bought from Disneyland Paris the last time we were there. So it's for the 30th anniversary, 30th merch. And I'm pretty sure they'll probably still have this mug in Starbucks there in Disneyland Paris. Brilliant mug, lovely cup of tea. So let's get chatting. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the Together show. A brand new Pixar show in Disneyland Paris, which is scheduled to take place in the Studio Theatre in the Walt Disney Studios park. So for all of the public, this show actually starts tomorrow. So the 15th of July is the date where the Pixar show Together is going to be there at Disneyland Paris. The information that I know so far is in terms of characters, or certainly characters that may feature on screens, because I know there's going to be screens in the showing and I know that there's going to be characters on stage as well. So I'm not sure who appears where, but it's definitely going to be Toy Story characters, it's going to be Up, Finding Nemo, Dory, Monsters Inc, Coco. I think they're all the definite. So what we also know is that there's going to be a live orchestra, there's going to be screens, special effects, a really fully immersive show. So it just sounds absolutely incredible. The next clip will be me talking about the entrance to Walt Disney Studios, how you get to the Studio Theatre. This is a map. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more. Here's the entrance to Walt Disney Studios. And what you need to do is go straight through the main entrance. This is the iconic Walt and Mickey statue. All you need to do is turn left and the theatre is simply here. So it's Studio Theatre, the building number 2, and this is where you need to be to see the Together show. And I believe that it is running 4 times a day. And then following on from that, some footage of when we were actually in the theatre ourselves. We saw a Marvel show there a few years ago, but it does give you an indication of how big the theatre is and also, you know, what to expect in terms of the stage. That show did include special effects and things and screens, so it gives you an idea of what to maybe expect.
Yeah, it's for the Superheroes United show.
A world where you have no one to turn to.
Has been previewed already by the press, and I think people that review Disneyland Paris and obviously do a lot more research into it, and I would imagine cast members and people like that as well. So really exciting. Obviously we are going back to Disneyland Paris, but we're not going right now. We are going for the Halloween season, so it's a little way off for us really, but still really exciting. And I just wanted to put it out to you all, anybody who's going in the summer, definitely head to that show. And no illusion, there will be waits, but I think after the initial rush of it, I think it will die down. I think then it will be like a lot of the other shows where, to be honest, you probably do always need to wait maybe a good hour to get into a show to get a good seat anyway. But right now, this show is obviously going to be very popular. I think some things have got a little bit confused in terms of rumours of who else may appear in terms of characters. And there's been mentions in terms of characters maybe from Inside Out. And I have read somewhere about Elemental featuring, but I think it's actually more to do with the World of Pixar wall, which is like a meet and greet area in the Studios park. So I think there's going to be a lot more meet and greets that are happening to do with Pixar characters, and a lot of Pixar characters feature on the wall. That doesn't necessarily mean that any of the characters from the very new films are actually going to be there. I think it just means that they're going to be featured somewhere. But in terms of the actual Together show, I can't see there being the characters from those new films. I think it will just be more featured, possibly. A lot of things are rumoured, and it does say special surprises, that it has been mentioned of there's going to be other things. So I'm not really sure what else to expect, but the ones that I've already talked about are the ones that seem to be on a lot of research that, as I say, that I've found out about when I've been so excited to hear about the news of this show. Another thing that I have read about is that there is going to be strictly no photos and no video. Now, I don't know if that's just for the opening week, if it's full stop, that you just can't take any photos or video footage, which is a shame. When we go, I would have liked to have taken a few snippets of what's going on. Probably not film the whole show, or maybe just film the whole show for ourselves, but put out to you guys just a few bits and pieces of what to expect of the show. So it will be a shame if you can't do that, but that's what I've read about. So we'll see what the coming weeks bring. But as I say, definitely go check that show out if you're going, or if you're going in the near future. It's not a show that's going to go away. It's definitely going to be around for a very long time. I know that they are going to take a break from this show together from, I think, early November, which coincides more with to do with Christmas season, early November through into December, but there's no exact dates, so it's definitely going to take a break. But apart from that, I think it's going to be a regular show, pretty similar to the Lion King show in Frontierland in the Disneyland park. I think it's just going to be around for a long time, so I don't think anyone needs to worry that they're not going to get a chance to see it, and we're so excited and looking forward to checking that out when we go. Next, I want to talk about meet and greet. So there is a brand new meet and greet that's taking place, which is in Discoveryland in the Disneyland park, and this is across Europe. So it's Minnie and her friends across Europe. It looks amazing. Emily did get the chance to meet Minnie in a Parisian outfit a few years ago. So the meet and greet across Europe is to do with Minnie and her friends. So there isn't a guarantee exactly who you're going to see on the day. You would have to turn up and then see who's there. The information that I've looked into already, I think Daisy has met there, Clarabelle, Clarice. There's no guarantees. Check on the day as to who's around, and check obviously on the app in terms of the times of those meet and greets. But what I am going to show you next is when Emily met Minnie in a Parisian outfit. I think this meet and greet across Europe is going to be very similar to this, but as I say, will feature other characters that we'll meet as well as Minnie. But let's get to that footage now. I'm just going to show you in the Disneyland park exactly how you find the Minnie's meet and greet across Europe. It's actually in Discoveryland, which is here. So I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. So this is Discoveryland here. You would go through and you would find the Hyperion, which is just here, right next to Hyperspace. You can't miss it, it's a massive building. So the Hyperion is here, and you would go around the corner here, and I'll just click on that. It shows the meet and greet across Europe with Minnie or her friends. So this is exactly where you want to be. I think I'm now going to put my cup down because I keep holding my cup and taking a sip of tea in between talking. And to be honest, it's too heavy to keep holding it all the time. So I'm going to pop that down. Any Marvel fans out there as well, there is a dance-off which features Star-Lord, Gamera, and I think the new character is called Mantis. Forgive me if I've got that wrong. I do like Marvel and I have watched quite a few Marvel films, but I'm not a massive Marvel fan. I haven't watched every single movie, and certainly the more newer things I haven't kept massively up to date with. But I know the dance-off, which to be honest me and Emily did back in 2018, so a fair few years ago now. We did get a chance to see it during a Marvel season at that particular time, and I think from all accounts of everything I've looked at and read about, I think it's very similar. But now the Marvel dance-off in the Avengers campus, so there's an area in there where this dance-off will take place. Again, check the app in terms of how many times per day this is on, but I think it is something that is daily. I'm going to take you to the footage now in terms of what me and Emily did in 2018, and a little bit of a clue. I hold Star-Lord's hand, so that's quite a proud moment. So let's get to the footage. seen that, I hope you're not all laughing at me and Emily. Emily looks so sweet, she's so little and tiny. As I say, that was obviously quite a few years ago, but it really just one of those moments where you've taken part in something. Can I just point out, actually, we were pulled out of the crowd. I didn't volunteer myself to go on stage and do some type of dance off, and there's a lot more footage than what I've actually shown, but there's no way I'm going to put that on YouTube. Far too embarrassing. But yeah, we did get pulled out of the crowd, so I'm pretty sure that that's probably how it will work with the new dance off. I'm not entirely sure because I've not seen the brand new one, but I just wanted to give you all an idea of the type of dance off that it's likely to be, but it will feature other Marvel characters as well. I say Marvel, obviously it's Guardians of the Galaxy, isn't it? So those type of characters, I'm pretty sure that it'll work very similar to what me and Emily saw before. So I hope you really enjoyed that footage. I'm just sharing my screen in terms of what's on the Disneyland Paris website right now for the Guardians of the Galaxy Dance Challenge. So it does seem to suggest that Star-Lord and Gamora are doing the dance off, and I think it would be something that would be daily. Again, check the app for the times, but it looks like Mantis is actually doing this on an evening with them. So it does appear, because it suggests about the crowd getting involved, etc. It's probably going to be something very similar to what me and Emily took part in before. So anyone popping along to Disneyland Paris anytime soon, go check this out at the Avengers campus. The Fonte del Oro restaurant is actually going to be rethemed into a Coco restaurant. I will actually put the map just so that you can see exactly where that restaurant is actually. So we'll go to the footage now of the map so I can show you exactly where the restaurant is. So the Fonte del Oro restaurant is currently in the Frontierland part of Disneyland Park. So this is the Frontierland entrance. I'm just going to zoom in here. So you'd come through the main entrance of Frontierland and you'd find Big Thunder Mountain. Very, very easy to see. It's such a big ride there. So Big Thunder Mountain, the restaurant is straight opposite. It's here, Fonte del Oro restaurant, which is currently closed for refurbishment, and that's what I'm going to talk about what's coming new very, very soon. It's all going to be rethemed restaurants. So go back to my footage now of me talking. It's always been a restaurant that's been more Mexican type of food, and I haven't actually had the opportunity to eat there. At times before it's been closed when we've gone, and the last time we went it was open and I just didn't get a chance to try it, and I thought we'll go next time. But I think the menu will all change as well. But I do know it's going to be Casa de Coco Restaurants Familia, I think that's what it's going to be called, instead of Fonte del Oro. So the name's going to change. I would imagine the menu will change, but I don't know too much about that. What I have read up on is that there's going to be loads of props and things all to do with Coco. I absolutely love Coco as a movie. Miguel's one of my favourite characters. I think he's amazing, and I just think it'll be such a really good restaurant. It is scheduled to open in the summer, so definitely watch out for that, anyone who's going really soon. I think it was scheduled to open around June time, so in all honesty it has got delayed. Hopefully it will definitely open in the summer. I'd really, really like to eat there and do a vlog on there when we do go, you know, in a little while, when we go along to Disneyland Paris. So I really hope that it is open really soon. And as I say, it is scheduled to open summer, but summer could be now, it could be, you know, in August, it could even be towards the end of August or further on. But I really hope it'll be open soon for everybody who wants to go and check that out. But I really think it'll be excellent theming and hopefully a new exciting menu to look forward to. Let's talk about rides and attractions. So we all know that Small World has been closed for such a long time, and it's a Small World, just one of those rides that I think you really love or you really don't love. For us as a family, or certainly me and Emily anyway, it's one of our favourites, so it is definitely mine. I find it a really emotional ride, to be honest with you. I don't know if it's just the music or with the dolls and things like that. I just find it such an amazing ride, and I've really, really missed it. So the last 2 trips that we've done, we've not been able to do It's a Small World, so I'm really, really excited to do that when we go. Anyone going to Disneyland Paris anytime soon, you'll be able to check out It's a Small World fully renovated and done out. So I think it's like lighting and the dolls and things around, you know, the scenery and things like that has been all, you know, done up. I think it's all going to be the same. I think it's just been you know, done up a lot more, that's all. And I think there's a few little differences in there, but I think as a whole it's the same ride. It's a boat ride, and I think it'll just be the same as what we've experienced before, but just so much better to visually look at in terms of lighting and dolls and things like that.
I'm just going to show you where It's a Small World ride is. So it is in Fantasyland. Obviously the castle here is in the centre of the Disneyland park. You can take the pathway around the side here, or you can go through the castle into the main part of Fantasyland. That area can get quite busy. So what I would say is this path here, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more. This pathway here is definitely more quieter and easier to get to It's a Small World. And it's here. Again, it's something that you can't really miss. It's such a big
one attraction that hasn't been opened for quite some time is the Nautilus. We've actually never experienced it. Our very first time in Disneyland Paris, it was open and we just didn't get a chance to get around it, to be honest with you. Our very first trip to Disneyland Paris was back in 2017. And we did do a massive rush round in a few days, and we just didn't get around everything. And the Nautilus is something that I don't think I was too bothered about going to see or showing Emily it, especially over characters and princesses and other rides. So we didn't make it our priority. And then it's been closed for quite some time, and then obviously with the pandemic as well. But from what I've seen, what I've read about, it looks absolutely amazing. It's got some new effects to it. It looks really, really good, and that's opened just recently.
So just to show you where the Nautilus is. So again, the castle area here, you want to be heading into Discoveryland, which is here. And then I'm just going to take you along to show you where the ride is. So going through Discoveryland, again, where I explained before about the Hyperion, which is over here, hyperspace here. The Nautilus is in fact just to the side here of hyperspace. So if we just click on that, that shows you there that that's where the Nautilus is.
Anyone enjoy a bit of shopping at Disneyland Paris? Well, there is absolutely lots of sales to have there. The sales usually start from towards the end of June and for about a month, so further into July. I think it's the 20-something of July that the sales usually end. Right now, I think they've got sales on potentially up to 70% on some Loungefly, some 30th merch, some items 40% off, some items 50% off, and some as much as 70%. And I think even Pandora have got a sale on as well at 50%. So anyone who's travelling really, really soon, definitely check out all the shops, because each shop may have different sales on. So be sure to check them out, because the sale doesn't usually continue, so it won't be for very much longer. But yeah, go check out the sales if you're there. You're very lucky. I wish I was going right now. I'd definitely get some bargains while I was there. And the last thing I was just going to mention is just really in terms of snacks. I know Boardwalk Candy, which we've gone to quite a lot of times, I've got a new cake pop and a cookie pie, about €5 I think they are. So there's definitely new snacks popping up to do with the 30th anniversary.
So the Boardwalk Candy Palace is what sells snacks and sweets and various different things in terms of gifts and bits and pieces like that. It's a really, really good shop. So as you're coming in from the main entrance and you're about to make your way down Main Street here, you've got Market House Deli, which is on the corner, and it's the next little shop here. So this is where Boardwalk Candy is here. So I'm just going to click on that. So it's just, as I said, just slightly off the corner. And it's described as selling food and drinks, gifts and houseware. So various different things you'll be able to pick up from there. That's a really, really good one to look for any Disney snacks that might be new out. Often you have them in there, and they do some really good fudge in there as well.
And obviously very soon it will then start to get to Halloween snacks and things like that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you've really enjoyed. If you've not already subscribed to our channel, please do so. I'm going to do more videos like this, just bits and pieces of what's new at Disneyland Paris or what we're looking forward to, and as it gets closer to our trip, maybe a bit of a plan with us and a pack with us and things like that. And if you've got any questions, anything to do with Disneyland Paris that I might be able to help you with, leave a note in the comments, and I'll do what I can to answer. I'm not an expert, I'm not trying to claim I am. I just love all things Disney, and me and Emily and her dad really enjoy going to Disneyland Paris. hope that comes through in this video, that we're excited to go back and we're really excited for all the new things that are coming to Disneyland Paris. So watch this space and see what else is new as the weeks go on through the 30th season and into the Halloween season. So thanks again for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. See you later.